yes, you can DJ with just an iPad and the Djay Pro AI app for the iPad. There's just a little preparation and some accessories that you're gonna need to make this go well. First thing is you're gonna have to have your iPad at a good level, and you're gonna have to have it be secure and sturdy and not falling over. So don't go with any of these cheap stands. Next is gonna be a little bit more expensive of a stand, a metal one that's adjustable. This one's good, but it is not that sturdy. You can see it wiggling around, and that's gonna be a problem when we're DJing. This one actually came with the Hercules DJ Control Mix. You could go with something like this. How are we gonna get the music to the speakers? If you're using a USB-C iPad, which if you plan on DJing gigs with just your iPad, I would recommend the iPad Pro with USB-C. You're gonna need something like this. This is an adapter. It plugs into the USB-C, and then it gives us an audio jack, just like if there was a headphone jack in our iPad like there used to be. So this is going to plug in to the iPad. And now the next thing is going to be, what type of speakers are you going to use? If you're worried about people maybe judging you because you're just DJing with an iPad and not a big $1,000 controller, then what I would suggest is make sure everything else in your setup is super clean and super professional. So make sure you get good speakers, and that's going to depend on what type of gig you're doing. Go with speakers that look professional and look like the speakers that a DJ would use. These speakers have a built-in mixer. It's not required. You just need speakers that you'll be able to plug in an audio cable to. You may be asking yourself, I'm going to be DJing, so I'm going to need to use my headphones. How am I going to use my headphones with just the iPad? Well, there's a very simple solution, and that is to get an audio splitter. You could get them on Amazon for like 10 bucks. This one actually came with my Hercules controller. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the audio cable that we put in, and now this is going to go into the output section. It simply just splits the output, so now our main output could go into one of these, and our headphones can go right over here, keeping your iPad charged. When you're DJing, the screen's gonna be bright, you're gonna be playing music, you're gonna be using streaming, and it takes up a lot of batteries. Cheap ones from the gas station or the dollar store, these little plastic ones, but do not do that. Although it may charge your iPad, it might not charge it more than the power that you're using, so your iPad will last a little bit longer, but eventually it will run out of power. What you're gonna wanna get is one of these, the Apple certified chargers. This one is 61 watts. I think it came with my MacBook. I've been to gigs and had my iPad run out of battery, and I had to use my phone, and it was embarrassing. And nobody will notice that you're just using an iPad. Nobody will really care unless there's other DJs in the audience. So as soon as you find out about that gig, find out where it's gonna be, find out what type of people it's gonna be, and immediately start making your playlist, because if you're playing the right music for the right people at the right time, everyone will have a good time, and it wouldn't matter that you're just DJing with just your iPad. You could get a small controller like the Newmark DJ to Go To Touch, and then that has a built-in sound card. Or if you want to spend a couple $100, you could go with something like the Reloop Buddy. Now this is going to solve all the problems that we talked about. Built-in iPad stand, so we don't have to worry about getting additional iPad stands. It has a built-in sound card, so we can just plug our audio device into one section and our headphones into another section. So my advice for you is, if you want to get started doing gigs, which you definitely should because it's the best experience you could get for learning how to DJ, is DJing in front of people. Start with your iPad, DJ, do a couple gigs, save the money from the gigs, and then if you want, upgrade to another controller, but it's not required. If you want to see my honest review on this Reloop Buddy controller, check out one of these videos.